Going on, dudes and dudettes. So today's National Signing Day for at least the early portion where players could sign from high school early. So USC's been getting a good handful, almost 10 guys already, but I'm gonna have to do that a little bit later for this video. So I don't know if I'm gonna put this up right away and then do a separate video or just combine them together at some point and do that. But get into some news that happened the past few days since the last one. So Duke did get the W against Princeton yesterday. It was, like always, close at halftime, like a 10-point game, but then of course they blew it up to winning by 40 or 50 points to a team that they should have. And let's just say 3 of my other teams played yesterday. I thought today's video would be a lot longer, talking about other victories, but of course they all lost. There's no point in talking about that. But some other brighter news the other day that the LA Chargers had 7 guys selected to the Pro Bowl, which is really cool. That was the most out of the whole entire NFL, and they aren't even considered in the #1 power ranking. I believe the Saints are, but they had the most guys selected, so that's really cool. Let's see if I can remember all 7 of them and the alternates. So Adrian Phillips, Derwin James, Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few more guys. Maybe Melvin Ingram as well, the defensive end. Pretty much those guys were selected automatically, and then guys who are alternates in case injuries show up or teams are in the Super Bowl. Hopefully it will be the Chargers, so none of these guys will be available. But Derek Watt, the fullback, also Casey Hayward, Russell Okung, they all made alternates, so that's really good for them. Really great to see that they're finally getting some credit for actually doing really good this year, and hopefully it can continue. But we'll see how this goes. Definitely still not going to watch. And the Chargers also signed defensive back Arion Springs to their practice squad. And then also now that they activated tight end Hunter Henry out of being out the whole entire season, I believe it said they have 21 days since activating him to be able to get him on the active roster. So obviously about 3 weeks, definitely right before the playoffs, and hopefully it'll be another bye week so he gets actually an extra week to heal up and be 100% prepared. But should be very interesting. Looks like Melvin Gordon is going to play the running back for the Chargers this weekend against the Ravens. Both Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler are kind of up in the air, but they also might get back also defensive tackle Brandon Mebane. So it's good that a lot of these other guys are coming back and definitely be able to show up and get this victory, a much needed victory against the Ravens. Other Pro Bowl news: 2 USC guys made it. Jarrell Casey, the defensive tackle from Tennessee, and then also the left tackle from the Dallas Cowboys, Tyron Smith. So congrats to them. Hopefully we get a few more guys in there, or even alternates as well. And then also Rajon Rondo was sent down to the G League for a rehab stint. I believe yesterday they sent Brandon Ingram down there as well to be able to maybe get in a game or two, or just be able to practice with those guys down there, and then hopefully play by this Friday at home. So it should be very interesting to see if these guys will be available to play this coming up week, and especially be healthy for next week on Christmas Day when they play against the Warriors for the first time this season. So definitely looking forward to that. Then also the Ducks did beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2 the other day. I was pretty surprised because when I first saw the score, it was 2-0 Pittsburgh, so I just figured they were going to lose, but they came back, and I don't know why they didn't beat the Rangers yesterday, but hopefully they can keep getting some wins here and there on their East Coast trip. they've been already starting to do mock drafts of the NFL draft for the Chargers, see who they would get, especially at their position, because it'd be pretty far down in the first round and every round after that. But they look like they would shore up their defensive line with the defensive tackle and Jerry Tillery out of Notre Dame, who's supposedly good. I don't know, I didn't really see much of him, but I will if he's being linked to the Chargers in the next coming months. Then also an offensive tackle, Caleb McGarry out of Washington. They do have some pretty good tackles up there and offensive linemen for Washington, so I think any of those guys would be good to get, especially in the second round. That's pretty much a steal. But let's get to the third and fourth round picks. So Joe Bachie Jr., he's a linebacker, middle linebacker out of Michigan State. Did see him in a few games actually this year. I really liked him, but like a lot of these guys, because they are juniors and maybe sometimes redshirt sophomores, so you're going to have to wait and see if they're even going to come out. But I think indications are pointing to him leaving early, and to get a guy who's still a year younger than most seniors and in the third round would be like the last guy, McGarry, steal. And then also we're choosing the free safety out of Colorado. I forgot his name, but I'm not gonna stop this video real quick. But yes, you saw him right there. They say he's pretty good. He did pick off JT Daniels when they played at USC this year. So obviously, if you can do that to my USC team, then yeah, I definitely have my eye on you. You might be a pretty good player for my professional team. So we'll see how this goes. Pretty interesting lineup. A lot of Pac-12 in there. A lot of opponents USC has faced or will face. So pretty crazy, but we'll see how this goes. Now there was some good news and bittersweet news yesterday. So I believe it was the 20 or 25 year anniversary of the day that Chris Farley passed away, one of the great comedians, but especially physical comedians out there. Had some really great movies like Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, Beverly Hills Ninja, some of my favorites. But it's just always tough whenever you see those old movies and think about if people were around him and helping him at the time, and to get off drugs, how many great movies he would have been. He would have been 50 plus years old right now, and still probably working with Adam Sandler instead of Kevin James at the moment. But it's always tough to see somebody like that go early, but definitely remember him and cherish a lot of the moments that I've shared with even my family watching those movies as well. And then some little bit of lighter news. Yesterday, Tom DeLonge was at Walt Disney Studios. Again, I believe in that little statement he put right there on Instagram saying that they're going to do some shows with them. He's trying to build his To the Stars media out there. So hopefully he can get something done with Disney, even if it's in animation. They always put up crap on Disney anyways when it comes to animation, but his would actually be pretty good in my opinion. But we'll see. That's very interesting and exciting news. Hopefully something positive will come out from it. But thanks for watching, people. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to add the USC thing to this one of who they signed today early or not. But I guess you'll find out at the end of this right here. Like I said, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.